What is going on today? Arctic Tough here. Coming with you at you with some Seaside Bombers. Year 2025, Week 7. We'll be playing the Titans. So much has happened in the past couple seasons, uh, and it's a lot's been going on in my personal life that has kind of kept me from getting down and getting on here. But that's we're starting to starting to feel a little bit of progress. So um, let's see. Let's first start with our roster. I think that's the most changed since since the initial rosters came out. So you see Kyle Murray still very much so a part of the offense. Um, our feature back is Roman Long. He was a um, receiver who, coming out of the draft, had a high carry and high ball carrier vision. Uh, so use him as my third down back. Now he's getting every down. Gonna cut Marquis Hatchet at the end of the year. Uh, just haven't been producing to what I expected. Receivers. So the easiest way to explain this is DeAndre Hopkins is my Z receiver, and I'm using a combination of TJ Price and Parker Odin as my X. My excuse me, it's going to be my H back, or my H over the slot would be CJ Harper, and combined with Jaylani Parker. Tight end is Terrence Gilmore. I want to say he's one of the best, if not the best. There's still eight more. But he will be a free agent at the end of the year because in our league we have a rule. You have to let someone over 80 go to free agents every year. And if you don't have, you have to choose. If there's one, you got to let him go. So um, that's okay. We have our eyes on other people in the draft. Offensive lineman, moved Josh Jones in from right tackle to right guard. Been working a little bit better there. Uh, DJ Humphrey is switched to right tackle because he's not much of a pass blocker, so I'd rather have his run blocking on the backside. In the NFC West, there's a lot of uh, talent over there on the defensive left, offensive right. Uh, Still trying to figure out here. I'm actually playing the defense tackle there. Wade Jeffries selected him in the 2023 draft, a number one first pick. It's 16th overall. I picked Josh Spearman in the next draft. Uh, I picked Dobbs in the 2023 draft as well, and still rocking Simmons and Collins. Uh, I think is one of the best one-two punches in the NFL. In Madden, not in real life. We're talking Madden. Uh, we got Clyde Claiborne. I just traded away his backup, who was just as good, but he wasn't getting any reps. Still got Byron Murphy, Josiah Scott, and Taj Hitchens were mediocre borderline players, and now they're ever down. I got Akeem Winters and Jaden French I just drafted. Safeties, playing a lot with safeties this season. I actually have five good ones, believe it or not. Buddha and Jalen Thompson. And then I got Cassius Carr, and Ricky Copeland and Casey Weldman. Uh, that they're all, I work them all in. So let's take a look at it. And I think that's pretty. And this is the trade I was just talking about. I got a second round pick for him, so that's pretty good. So let's go into the weekly strategy. Deep pass. I know I'm gonna want it to be a run, but we have a rule. That's we let the coordinators choose what they want to do until, and if it's not working at halftime, we go in and we'll change it ourselves. So throw it medium. Let's go see. Some places. Okay. Still rocking all backups. I don't want any fatigue on my starters. So let's take a look. 5 sacks and 15 first downs. Doable. Rush for 150 yards. 3 sacks. It's definitely got to be it. And 5 sacks and 15 first downs. Actually, want to I think run for 170 or for 150 will be more than enough. All right. No new injuries on offense. Right. So no new injuries on defense. Okay. So, right. Let me take a quick break. Let me finish up this thing, and we'll be right back in say about 30 seconds. All right. Sorry about that. So let's get in here, and let's upgrade some players. Just had you'll see it. I'm a little disorganized. I haven't streamed in a while, so I do apologize. Just getting back in the game. And there we go. Play rec. I'm actually gonna let these guys go because there's no special plan that I have for them where I'm trying to mold them into something else. Not gonna do this perfect chemistry scenario because it breaks my franchise every time or breaks my week every time. I've done it since the first season. I haven't not played a week 7 because I'll go into the scenario and then it won't let you advance past it. Let's take a look and see. There are 2 people that I want to lock up for sure. See, we're not doing so bad with cap, so I'm not really worried about financially where we're sitting with the team. Uh, there we go. So we got a big piece. So if D Hop leaves tomorrow, we have a someone that will be able to come assist us and hitting that victory, getting victories. All right, we're gonna hold off on Scott there for a second. So it's week 7. So let's take a look. Let's go into scouting, and as you see, what we have, what I need, and what I project needing, is going to be a tight end, uh, receiver, a middle linebacker, and maybe a speedy halfback. I haven't really got into scouting. John Reyes is someone that's a sleeper. that I'm really looking into. Um, all right, and so these four will be the guys I'm looking at. So this is, I think he'll be a nice compliment and nice replacement because he can catch the ball. Not sure if he can catch the ball yet, but I see that he can run. Oh, that's Nathan Gibbons. There we go. So, uh, he's very agile and explosive. He's quick, but he can catch in traffic. That's what I was talking about with Van Buren. I didn't mean to click on McBride, but this is someone that we could definitely use, and he's kind of just like Gilmore, current tight end, only a little bit lighter. Simmons and Collins are getting old, so getting older. This gets pretty quick. He'd come in and play a third down linebacker, someone that I wouldn't take till the second round, but if he's the option that I have left, it would be Stanford, followed closely by Graves, which that may change as it goes along. Actually, I'm gonna bump that right now. Bigger, stronger, and faster. But yeah, so that's a little bit of scouting. I'll get into getting down there. But what I really wanted to do was get into the gameplay. Uh, really want to get out and uh, start playing in front of people again. So they before we jump in the game, I always like to check the roster, make sure there's nothing crazy that I'm missing. Okay, so he's quick, decent arm. Okay, we got Henry. That's first stack in the box. That's all I know. Um, okay, yeah, I've played these guys before, and they are fairly decent. I was gonna draft Kimani Chancellor in lieu of Harry Fitzsimmons. Glad I did. Fitzsimmons turns out to be a baller. Hmm. All right. So we gotta be really careful with the ball. All right, slow safety. So looks like I can probably get over the top. All right.
2022, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Titans and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it comes your way next.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, this is a passing league. I don't think you would argue that thought. But our ball game here features a couple of teams with strong offensive lines that really like to work the ground game.
And you and I have both heard from different people in the league who's saying that it's becoming a little bit of a lost art in the NFL, the ability to run the football. And we've heard from defensive coordinators who tell us that they play the pass first. That's not something you normally hear. But these two offenses, they're true to who they are. Both ranked in the top 5 in terms of rushing yardage. I think they're both going to use those massive offensive lines to try and wear down these defenses.
We're coming out. Going to try to hit all these goals while achieving these goals on the bottom. Our projected offensive output. To stay on track with our goals for the season. Document in Excel.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oof.
And makes it across the
Which I put in the stats and basically can either have 28 completions.
And out will come the leader of
for 256 yards, 3 touchdowns in the air, 21 rushing attempts, 119 on the ground, and 2 tugs. So we're gonna try and get into that, get close to that.
But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They go play action here.
Oh, it got me.
He'll buy some time right. Able to power through. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Stays on his feet, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This defense for the Cards, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win. But definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 2nd down, it's Henry.
Oh, man.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. There's not just the low man winning.
Getting prepared for
the
play action pass.
And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. A first down carry for Henry. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Knowles got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he will have a plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get
there we
to
go.
the end zone,
We needed that. We
gets
needed that.
Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half.
Send a little bit of pressure here.
It's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space.
All right.
The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he'll hit the deck,
I'll
but
take
he
that.
did not get there.
I'll take
8
that.
yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle.
Please.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts
Super pleased
on
with
one
that.
as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right.
He's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
All right.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you
Bounds just shy of the 40.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Play fake. Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Good deal.
Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That was Keanu
No
Neal.
gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one.
He
Read
runs
his
like a
keys,
flood.
made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Mash. There we go.
Here's Murray. He finds his
There
man
we go.
complete. That's long.
First down.
And he's going to have a Cardinals first down
Good
as they're
protection.
able to get the
Solid
3rd
play.
down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
That's man coverage. So I'm going to just go ahead and run it.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So I'm either going to bust the Hopkins or Harper.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I
And
like
a
that.
really good backhand.
Get some nice top spin on the
A little
whole
bit,
thing.
a little
I
bit.
love it. Almost a mirror image when you
Come
really
on,
get
guys.
down to it. I thought that was pretty good
There
stuff.
we go, Copeland.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
All right.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up
They gotta
because he's helped them out.
start.
Now we'll see
Definitely
if that offense
start,
can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Start.
Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this
Containing
offense
that dude.
one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. They wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match.
Get there.
And maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going
I'm
to be
gonna go
staring
very
at a 3rd and
conservative
long
right
here.
here.
He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it
Pretty deep
forward,
because
he
you
got
got some
hit.
burners.
Great tackling because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living up of yards after catch. Those hidden yards, it may not go into the...
Pressure comes and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss.
Let's go.
So brings up 4. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because
you
know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd down now. It's long. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might
come
have been
back to
loosened
that
up a little bit,
formation.
maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run
The
that
way
they
that
got.
they guarding it. Just like they're guarding this one.
First down, Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the
Hell
catch
yeah.
and run.
There's no doubt
That's what
in
I'm
my
talking
mind
about.
that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Murray. They'll roll him out right to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right?
That's what I'm talking
Run
about.
after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Now the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19,
All right.
so probably
Not
should have
bad.
opted for the touchback. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Knowles. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to get
I need
this
to
one
disguise
across the
what I was looking
30-yard
at.
line.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to grade the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
All right.
And now hang tight
Not
here.
that he's
Following
hurt,
the
but-
play, still down on the ground, is A.J. Brown. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation.
Yeah, we're
It seemed
smoking
pretty
right now.
dire, but they
Scream.
rolled back the third manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Knowles. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just
Oh,
flooded
we're
the field
eating
with
now.
defensive
We're
backs, blanketed
eating.
everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Cardinals to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10.
So we just want to control the clock right here, control the game. Some coaches have called it shortening the game.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Oh, come on, come on. Set, get set.
Snap comes to Murray at 1. He finds his man, complete. It's Price.
I just need to
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys,
get to a play that I can run without
just quicker than
setting up
fast. A
where
lot of them combine
I run
quickness and
enough
speed,
of
and they catch
to
a lot
run
of
it
footballs, as we
comfortably.
just saw there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's a really good gain right there. They picked up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
Give me a heart attack.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing now is Murray.
Get a
He
fool.
finds his man, complete.
Yeah,
It's
good
Harper. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about.
Man, it's been a crazy season.
But plays like this
I had a
are
game
critical to
where
keep
that would
drives
have gone
going. And
every
points
catch I had
result,
with
we'll
like
call
that
this play
for
significant.
touchdown.
On 1st down. It's long. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
I want them to think
Coming
that
up
I'm
at
pressing.
halftime,
Alright, so
I'll
it's
go from
definitely
one
going to be a
personality,
blitz.
that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando. The coach, he'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Get a fool.
Now this one to his tight end out on the
Out of
right
bounds.
side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll run on 1st down.
I was trying to get small, get into
And
that
he
hole.
stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now Murray off play action. And he
Good
can't
play.
get rid of it.
I
He's
didn't even see
taken
it.
down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Oh, he didn't make it.
Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's
He didn't make a break. He
Talk
just
about
went
getting
outside.
quickly through your progressions, and here's
It's a
another
post
prime
corner.
example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
What the fuck, man?
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt, and it'll be Titan football.
The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this.
On 1st and 10, Knowles.
Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Why are you guys booing?
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Knowles. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete.
All right.
Trying
It's
to
a
dial
half.
up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin out west at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, and it's the Colts on top as that one approaches halftime. The Colts looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, let's make the trek down to Southern California as we check in on the Chargers at home in Inglewood. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Josh Allen has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, a touchdown reception. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon God.
Okay,
Well, as you see,
Coach,
we're
thanks as
doing well
always.
on our
This
goals,
one's still
and right on
anyone's game as
pace.
we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Pretty pleased with the way that we performed in the first half. It really
And
was.
he will not bring it out. It's a
So,
touchback.
let's
The Cardinals ready to go here
take
to
a
start
look.
the third quarter.
Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
So they've been showing me on the other
Working
side
with a
this
second
look
and
that I
3.
saw. I'm gonna attack their coverage.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
They
He finds his
pretty
man
well.
complete. It's long. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive,
And a straight
Brandon. It
comeback
looks like
to
they're
that
going to
later.
utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Cooper. And he sneaks his way forward only
got
for
me.
a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this is going to
Good
be a
blocking.
Cardinals first
This is
down.
really
He's
good,
got
dude.
this up
They
to the
got there
45-yard
quick.
line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throw left side complete. That's Harper.
Wow.
Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. He finds his man complete. That's Harper. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back
I'm
to
not
him?
hoping for
He
some
has
like
something going
over
really
pursuit
well.
right here.
Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On play action, it's Murray.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we
This
see
should be a
lot of big
touchdown right
plays as
here.
we just saw there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cards take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
All right.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Another good drive.
Brown now to kick touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out come the Titans now.
So this is
first on offense to start the third. And their deficit
I either jump out in front like I have that game when they come back, or they jump out in front a lot.
Blitz coming and down he goes.
They must be tired of getting like 26.
Well, CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Knowles.
Oh, I was going to jump it.
This one complete to Callaway. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Good play.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit.
And that's what I do. I know that I have a lead, so I'm playing a little bit loose.
That could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, they picked up a first down for him, too.
They'll run on first down. Henry, a little juke. 42 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle.
Let's go. Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But
touchdown! A.J. Brown, his fourth touchdown on the...
Running away. Spinning around. He morphs through my dude.
And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Now the try here for the extra point.
All right.
And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. That time a 6-play drive. And
so I'm going to come out this drive.
Touchdown. Joey slide out to kick off after the touchdown.
Really want to just control the game.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback.
Really sorry.
Begin at the 25. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go.
I kind of wanted just to demoralize them. They took a
shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Murray now on first down. Over the middle, complete.
So I'm in a no hurry. I'm going to press them. Let them know that I'm...
Murray now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete once again to Hopkins. It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Oh, fuck him.
Screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. Because you got the linemen that have to move. You have the wide receivers have to get out and vacate. You got the running back that's got to make a little fake and then get out into the route. And, of course, the quarterback, he's got to hold in there and know he's probably going to take a big hit before he lofts the screen off to the back. Why didn't he catch it? That's all he needed to do for them to be successful. That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Price. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
All right.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Green.
Shotgun now from Murray. And that is incomplete. Fourth down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
That's
so out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So
it's a response there to that opening touchdown in his third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff.
It is fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here we go.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're
all right, this could have been a lot bigger.
Now the question is, can this offense
Hey, thanks, PJ.
Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry.
There we go, Simmons.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right?
How you doing today, PJ?
I
don't know if you're still with us.
But for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
That was one way. I tried to jump that route. All right, 4th quarter. Let's get in here. And
so now then, the big
try
play
to
has him
come
all the
away
way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Knowles. A check down here for Henry. That catch good for only a couple.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
I need to stop running man. That's what it really
Well, every drive
looks
from
like.
here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle, that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he is going to be stopped cold.
Let's go. Let's go.
Scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Knowles. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent
Alex
yardage.
coming for him.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And his kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Oh, come on.
And taken down just past
They might have,
about the 21-yard line.
It's quick. He's not getting, not that.
The Cardinal offense
Good
now
returner.
making their way
So
back
I'm
out
gonna-
onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Now a give, right side, long.
Good deep.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and
Wow.
keep the clock moving as well.
Wide
So
open.
they'll run
Holy
the
shit.
offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
A big play that time through the air.
Oh.
On first down, long.
Put on it. There we go.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And inside the 20.
Oh, wow.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively.
Passing
I think it's a
game.
reminder to
256.
myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll run
Wow,
on first
great
down.
this one.
It's long,
I'm
and he's going to be
catching him,
met
bro.
at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's long, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw is Murray. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker.
Plenty
I'm
of
a
shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
He was out.
Did he keep those feet in? So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass. So that's going to be an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that
Well,
importance
2 scores.
cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Tennessee offense set to go again. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Throwing on first down, Knowles. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. Back to throw. Knowles.
It wouldn't let me pick it.
Complete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
To Boyle here over the middle. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand.
And he can't.
I don't know what that maneuver was, but I won't fight it.
Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Good play.
Down trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Let's see what we got going on.
Possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, Knowles. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. On 1st and 10, Knowles got a man. It's Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete.
All right.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up a third down.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. He just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner.
And this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me,
all right, so
in field position with all 3
just need a
timeouts, I
first
kick
down.
it deep and try and pin them back there.
They'll start out here with the action left. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
2nd and 11.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. That's long. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. So he rolls out of the pocket left, just ends up finding a safety valve, but no gain there.
No gain, but it looked like they were well coached on the play because he still went through his progressions, and the receivers know that when the quarterback exits the pocket, they have defined routes to run now to get into his sight lines and try and help him out. End up throwing it short to the running back. Give the defense credit for not giving up any yardage.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
And he'll take
I'm
it
going to
a
come
yard or
out
so
in
past the 20,
1 through
call it
7,
the
41 through
21.
7.
So now the
Okay,
Titans
4.
down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill. When your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon, there's an incompletion right there.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And brought down, but a big gain, a gain that they needed. The only thing to keep in mind here is with him being tackled in bounds, that clock is moving.
He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
All right.
They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Cardinals, their winning ways
And
continue as they
let's see, did we make any of our goals?
And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so
Close.
far. And
What?
they'll get a chance to
Hey.
redeem themselves at home next week.
You know, it is what it is. We got 15 first downs, and we sacked the quarterback 3 times. So the defensive coordinator was able to get his hit his goal. And no one to what's it called? I want to upgrade. Let's take a look at right now we're sitting at, we got some picks this year. Really don't want to get rid of that tight end, but I'm gonna have to. Yeah, it's got to be 1/80. Yep. Next year, I'm not. Next year, I'm not. I'll let Thompson go for sure. Sad day. Let Jalen Thompson go. But that's about it for this week. Wasn't that long of a stream. Wasn't that long at all. But I just want to get on here. I haven't been on here for a while. I want to work out the kinks. And try to get everything working so I can start doing this more often, and because I do enjoy this. It's fun to me, even though there's not that many people out there right now, but it's still exciting because I like competition and like competing in front. It's just something I like. So we're 7-0 going into week 8. Got the Falcons next week, home right before the bye. And I don't think not a trap game, is it? Nah, they're a decent team as well. So it's gonna be fun. All right. Well, I thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me for the last hour or so. Should be back on here maybe a little bit later tonight. Depending on how things go with the family. Well, not how things go with the family, yeah. Depending on what time my wife goes to bed, really, and what time I go to bed. Because today is my day off, so I just want to relax and enjoy it. But for